welcome to We Connect 2, produced by Cobjib Technology and sponsored by Air Travelers Association. Myself, Sonal Kumar Tiwari, and today we talk about the progressive thinking of India with our special guest. And our topic of discussion is Cargo Ki Udaan. We Connect 2 is a soul-to-soul communication between professionals, entrepreneurs, creative thinkers, students, civil society, government, and others. Today we welcome our guest Mr. Sushant Nigam, who has 4 decades of experience in trade and industry and currently take over the position of Executive Director of ACAAI, that is Air Cargo Association of India. And we also welcome Mr. G.S. Bawa, Secretary General of Air Travelers Association, and he is veteran from civil aviation industry and recently conferred with the Architect of the Year award by Greenfield Airport. So let's start the interactive session with our guest.
Welcome, Mr. Sushant Nigam.
Thank you.
It's great to see you. We have been talking a lot about you. First of all, we congratulate you for taking over the post of Executive Director of ACAAI, that is Air Cargo Agent Association of India. Our viewers are also welcoming you on We Connect 2. So now I welcome Mr. G.S. Bawas, who is another civil aviation veteran from the civil aviation industry, recently who has been conferred with the Architect of the Year award by Greenfield Airport. So before I will start my arena of my questions, I want Mr. G.S. Bawa to give the introduction to our guest. Over to you,
Right.
Mr. Bawa.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Sonal Nigam, for arranging a very able speaker of the day. And yes, you're right. I am in touch with many of the viewers of We Connect 2. And since he has taken over the new responsibility, which is a very challenging arena, people have been looking for, and particularly the visuals which you have made, and that has also created a ripple effect. Yesterday, I was in a global platform where all the architects and everything, who's who of the aviation industry was there. And everybody was talking about this upcoming show. So thank you very much. And welcome, Mr. Nigam, on behalf of everybody present. And everybody knows you is eagerly waiting to listen to you. We will not waste much time. But with the permission of Sonal Nigam, I would like to give 2-3 minutes as a free round to Mr. Sushant Nigam, because he has played a long inning. He has seen the past. He is in the present era of the trade and the industry. And he is not only for cargo, he is for passenger also. He has seen a lot. And I would like him to dwell upon the past, present, and the future, so that before we disturb him for question answer round, I think over to Sushant Nigam, sir. You take 2-3 minutes to speak out to the audience the way you want. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Babaji. First of all, I would like to congratulate you for your achievement, getting Achievers Award. You truly deserve it. I've been seeing you for last maybe 30 odd years, 35 years. And thanks to WeConnect also for giving me this opportunity to speak to the viewers, audience of WeConnect Media. As you have asked me about the cargo industry, which has undergone tremendous transformation. I have seen the era from the Palam Airport when I started my career. So Palam Airport used to be the international airport as well as the domestic airport, catering to all the domestic and international carriers for cargo as well as for passengers. And the airlines that time used to have their own warehouses, except a few airlines which were handled from a very common warehouse, which was handled by Airports Authority of India at that time. In 1986, on 1st May, the IGI airport came into being, and the cargo terminal of all the airline, they were shifted to a common user domestic and international cargo terminal. It was the integrated cargo terminal, which housed all the facilities, all the regulatory bodies, facilitating agencies under one roof. So it was a wonderful experience having shifted all the airlines there. Initially, there was some hesitation on part of the airline because they were ruling from they were handling their cargo from their own warehouses, from their own comforts. But when they shifted to the common user facility after some time, they found it much better, because the manpower was also given by the terminal operator, that is International Airports Authority of India at that time. So since then, the cargo has really gone upward. A lot of transformations, growth has taken place, and the privatization took place in 2006 when GMR took over this airport, IJ airport, and some other airports were also privatized, and they were mandated by the government of India to establish 2 cargo terminal operators. So Delhi established Chalabi as well as Delhi Cargo Service Center, and 2 terminals are operating at Delhi airport in competition to each other, offering world-class services. So that has been the journey. I've been associated with the airline in the past, with the custodian terminal operators in the government sector as well as in the private sector. And after retirement, I'm a consultant now. I've recently taken up the assignment of executive director for the Air Cargo Agents Association of India on all India basis. So this will be challenging assignment for me. I've recently taken over. That is about the cargo and myself. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And I always tell, whenever we old people meet, and we enter into very nostalgic era, and you have taken few names and few mentions, and a few days back, I happens to visit the cargo warehouse. And that person to whom I have gone to meet, he didn't have my background. And then he started telling me, sir, यहाँ पर perishable cargo है, यहाँ पर ETV है, यहाँ पर binning section है. Then I started a bit laughing. He says, sir, what happened? I said, ये वही है जो हमने लगाया था या कुछ change करा है? He said, नहीं अभी तक तो वही है. So then he realized who I am. Good. Thank you very much. It's very good. Over to you, Sonal. Now we are zero hour is over. So now over to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nigam sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bhaus. So my first question is from you, Mr. Nigam. That we have seen that during the pandemic time, we have gone through, we have so many challenging times at that moment. So we have seen that many of our premium aircraft, passenger aircraft, that has been converted into the cargo aircraft. And we have also seen that हमारे essential commodities को हम seat belt से tie करके supply कर रहे थे from one place to another. So I want to know from you that what are the effects for that, and what the government has taken the initiative for that to overcome these issues?
See, we all have faced unprecedented conditions of a lockdown, that too on a global pandemic for the first time in our life. Good or bad, lots of lessons learned. We also learned that the supply chain has to remain unbroken, and all logisticians, including ACAAI, freight forwarders, they proved it. And we witnessed an interesting scenario, which I always say, that passenger movement was banned globally, but cargo movement continued globally. So it happened in the past when the passenger aircraft was not being used for carrying passengers only. It was carrying cargo also. We used to call them as a combi flight. Then sometimes when the airline found the aircraft not capable of uplifting the passengers, they converted it into cargo flight, all cargo flight. But during pandemic, when the airlines started bleeding due to ban on passengers flying, air carriage of essential items, life-saving medicines, vaccines, etc., had to be done on war footing. Then government allowed the airline to use passenger seats also for carrying cargo packages. The cargo packages were loaded on the passenger seats, small packages, of course, and they were tied with the net. And the idea came to the rescue of one and all. ACAAI members also brilliantly played the role of frontline warriors, although unsung, in ensuring movement of essential items, vaccination, and other drugs from factory to the distributors for the benefit of the patients. The entire government machinery of concerned ministries, including Ministry of Civil Aviation, was seen in full action, day and night, ensuring seamless movement of flights and cargo clearance at the airports. So that was the wonderful scenario which we witnessed, and unforeseen circumstances, the scenario which we witnessed in this pandemic. That was wonderful experience for all of us. The ministry,
I may add, we always used to laughingly mention, now all of a sudden the belly has become bigger, and the balloon is full of the flight. So that was the scenario. Good, right?
belly has moved upwards also.
Exactly right. Right. We always used to call it a belly cargo. Now the belly cargo has become the stomach cargo.
Absolutely. Well said.
Thank you, sir. Our next question to you, Mr. Nigam, that we have seen that post-pandemic, we have increase in the digital work and the technology enhancement is going on in each and every field. So what are your thoughts about this, on this?
See, the digitalization of operation was already there in cargo. I remember during mid-90s, the concept of electronic data interchange was being introduced, and then International Airports Authority of India was the first one to launch it. Delhi Cargo Terminal cargo operations. And since then, we have really moved on, and a lot of activities, operational activities, have been digitalized. Similarly, all the players in cargo, like customs, regulatory bodies, the players like airlines, freight forwarders, custom brokers, terminal operators, and custodians, they all have gone digitalized with their activities. And in the pandemic, this saw little more the transformation, like a lot of contactless activities were done, like people, the agents who used to take delivery of their cargo or bring export cargo for handing over to the airline after custom clearance, they were paying the charges to the terminal operator electronically. They were communicating with customs electronically for taking the custom clearance for export cargo as well as for import cargo. See, contactless changes have really gone very far during this period, and it is further going on. And I'm going to, we all are going to watch it. This digitalization will really take India to a very distant, very high in the sky.
I really endorse the view of Mr. Nigam. This digitalization in cargo has become a role model for the industry to really do it in other sectors too. Yesterday only I got a message. Somebody booked a parcel for me by speed post. The moment he booked a parcel, I got a message that a parcel has been booked in your name. I got a message. Then I was thinking, who is sending me the parcel? Then later on, I saw a message from him. Sir, I have booked the parcel. That is the, before he tells me, speed post people told me that a parcel has been booked in your name and you can watch or trace it on this number. So that is the stage we have got, right? Thank you for raising the right question, and thank you for giving appropriate answer. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Power. Thank you, Mr. Nigam. And one more question to you, Mr. Nigam, that we have seen that India is poised to take a big leap in the manufacturing sector by taking the Make in India initiatives. So our viewers are eager to know more about the effective approach and strategy that shall be in the place from both from the government and from the industry stakeholders.
The government of India has taken a lot of steps to encourage the manufacturers, especially the multinational brands, so that they could come here to India, establish their factories, manufacture their prestigious products, which will not only boost the economy but also create a lot of employment opportunities for Indian youth. For example, Samsung has the very big facility there in Noida. Similarly, many other big brands are establishing their facilities, and the government is really doing a lot for them, giving them tax holidays, giving them other facilities, ease of doing business, and then what not. So this has really encouraged the multinational brands to come and establish their facilities in India. That is the wonderful thing which is happening now.
So, Mr. Bawa, can you enlighten us in this question?
I would not. It is his domain. He is the person who should talk on that. But only thing I would like to talk, because my memories are very fresh. Yesterday only I was among the audience. No, they were all debating a lot of things, and somebody was mentioning because we it was when no your that video animation was somebody was showing me, and then he was asking, boss, don't you feel envy? I say, envy of what? He said the government has got a big regional connectivity scheme. Government got a Udaan scheme. And don't you think that cargo should also pampered like that? I said, not. The time will come, they will do in their own way. And probably the trade side cargo is much stronger than the passenger side. Maybe they need to do more. But the Mr. Sushant Nigam would like to touch upon that if there is anything to add. Otherwise, it's okay.
See, cargo definitely is playing an important role in the economy of the nation, and a lot of facilities, lot of like recently the national logistic policy has been launched by Prime Minister. If you go through that policy, it is a wonderfully crafted document, which will definitely realign the national focus on cargo. It has covered all the aspects of cargo which we were waiting for last so many years to get this policy from the government of India. They have not only created the service level standards, they have also set standards for infrastructure development also. The benchmarking of the infrastructure they have set. They have interlinked them with their IT systems, like interoperability is going to be there from their respective IT systems. And you don't have to really do multiple data entry. One data entry from one point at the origin will be the database for further activities, and every player which comes into play their own role, they will key on their own entries, playing on the entries of the previous players done. So this is going to really play a major role in reducing the logistic cost, which is 14-15% at the moment, and the government is determined to bring it down to less than 10%. And the national economy, which is poised to go into trillions, will definitely be supported by the movement of cargo industry and the support from the cargo industry, all the players of the cargo industry.
That's the advantage when we sit with the veterans. The thing which was coming in mind to touch upon the latest policy, and you already touched upon. Thank you, Mr. Sushant Nigam. Back to Sonal.
Thank you, Mr. Nigam. It's nice to talking to you. We wish you all the best, and thank you very much for joining us and sharing your thoughts. Thank you, Mr. Bawa.
I would like to take few minutes. Sonal, with your permission.
Yeah, sure.
Since
Sure.
Mr.
Over to
Nigam is here, and whenever and wherever I go, people ask me, sir, you had played an inning, and what is the message, what is the mantra for the present generation or the next generation we call. And Mr. Sushant Nigam has really played in a big inning. His second or third inning, he is already entered. And I would like to give him a chance to give the mantra to way forward to the people who are looking to join this trade, this job opportunities, something a motivational thing for the younger lot. Over to you, Sushant Nigam, sir.
Oh, that's a wonderful question. When I joined national carrier, Air India, early 80s, then I was sent to cargo terminal. Prior to that, I had seen the glamorous life of the airport and the city offices of an airline. And when I was sent to cargo, so I was shell shocked. I was dumbfounded. Where have I come? What is this, the world? But after some time, when I started working there, I started enjoying the work. And since then, it has really become my passion. Cargo, wherever I listen to the word of cargo, my attention goes to that side. And my message to all the youngsters will be to work very, very hard. In cargo industry, in the travel industry, you have to work 24/7. We have lots of the duties wherein more than 24 hours at a stretch, 48 hours at a stretch we have done, and we have enjoyed it. If you don't enjoy the work, then you will not succeed in the work. So my mantra is to enjoy whatever you do. And cargo industry, it will keep you fit, because it keeps you working days and night, thinking days and night. Every day, every moment, you will face new challenges, and then you will have to really think of solving all those challenges, facing all those challenges. So please keep on working very hard in your life and enjoy the work.
Fantastic. Work hard and enjoy every moment, and then keep moving. Good, right? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
The clock
Thank you,
is
Mr. Nigam.
indicating. Back to you, Sonal.
Sir, we have to. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Nigam, sir. Thank you, Mr. Bhau, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Baba.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Sonal. Thank you.
Thank you, and for more updates, kindly subscribe, like, and comments on our official social pages we connect to.